Hello, this is John's Poetry Channel again. Today I'm going to share with you three poems by Dylan Thomas. These poems all relate to an issue that was central to Thomas's work, uh, the issue of death and how to see death. And throughout his life, his view on this seems to have moved from um, a somewhat upbeat approach, which we'll see in the first poem, "And Death Shall Have No Dominion," through to something searingly bleak in our third poem, "Elegy." So we're going to start now with "And Death Shall Have No Dominion." And death shall have no dominion. Dead men naked, they shall be one with the man in the wind and the west moon. When their bones are picked clean and the clean bones gone, they shall have stars at elbow and foot. Though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not, and death shall have no dominion. And death shall have no dominion. Under the windings of the sea, they, lying long, shall not die windily. Twisting on racks when sinews give way, strapped to a wheel, yet they shall not break. Faith in their hands shall snap in two, and the unicorn evils run them through. Split all ends up, they shan't crack, and death shall have no dominion. And death shall have no dominion. No more may gulls cry at their ears, or waves break loud on the seashores. Where blew a flower, may a flower no more lift its head to the blows of the rain. Though they be mad and dead as nails, heads of the characters hammer through daisies, break in the sun till the sun breaks down, and death shall have no dominion. Now, our second poem, written rather later in Thomas's life, um, takes a less a less upbeat approach, let's say, to death, a more gritty, determined approach of resistance. It's another one of his very famous poems, "Do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Brave men near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on that sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Now, the third poem I'm going to read also references his father's death, and it is a poem that Thomas was still working on at the time he himself died. Everything in it is something that he wrote, but he hadn't assembled it into its final form. So after his death, friends of his agreed on how to put together what he had written into a complete and coherent poem. And it's possible that Thomas might well have settled on something very much like this had he continued to live and complete the poem. Um, Again, this poem represents a further grimness in Thomas's perception of what death and the process of dying is. Elegy. Too proud to die, broken and blind, he died the darkest way and did not turn away. A cold, kind man, brave in his narrow pride on that darkest day. Oh, forever may he lie lightly at last on the last crossed hill under the grass, in love, and there grow young among the long flocks, and never lie lost or still all the numberless days of his death, though above all he longed for his mother's breast, which was rest and dust, and in the kind ground the darkest justice of death, blind and unblessed. Let him find no rest, but be fathered and found, I prayed in the crouching room by his blind bed, in the muted house, 1 minute before noon, and night and light, the rivers of the dead veined his poor hand I held, and I saw through his unseeing eyes to the roots of the sea, an old, tormented man, 3/4 blind. I am not too proud to cry that he and he will never, never go out of my mind. All his bones crying and poor in all but pain. Being innocent, he dreaded that he died hating his God, but what he was plain. An old, kind man, brave in his burning pride. The sticks of the house were his books he owned. Even as a baby he had never cried, nor did he now, save to his secret wound. Out of his eyes I saw the last light glide. Here, among the light of the lauding sky, an old blind man is with me where I go, walking in the meadows of his son's eye, on whom a world of ills came down like snow. He cried as he died, fearing at last the sphere's last sound, the world going out without a breath. Too proud to cry, too frail to check the tears, and caught between two nights, blindness and death. O deepest wound of all, that he should die on that darkest day. Oh, he could hide the tears out of his eyes, too proud to cry. Until I die, he will not leave my side.